Believe it or not,
Are we live?
we are live. Episode 16, Mind Control, August. I don't even know what. I've been on vacation for the last week at
The
work.
20th. Today's the 20th.
This is the only other form of work that I would show up to.
That's right.
Casual Wednesday for me. Going in for a 2-day work week, Thursday and Friday.
Not bad.
Then I'm back to the weekend. Spelled W-E-E-K-N-D like the band or the guy.
Oh, yeah?
XOXO or OVOXO.
Is that the best band ever?
All the true realist people out there know what I'm talking about.
I guess I'm not true.
That's why you don't know what I'm talking about, Eddie.
What else is new?
What else is new? Rick Perry got indicted. He was indicted.
Yeah.
Mugshot all. I didn't know he was going to get arrested for this shit.
Is he guilty?
Of course he's guilty.
Should they hang him?
Of course they should hang him.
Yeah.
Rick Perry. So what are they going to do? This is all just a big show, right?
A lot of people think the Democrats are just kind of reaching here.
The Democrats?
Yeah. You know, Wendy Davis, he's trying to go for that knockout punch.
She's being controlled by that mole of her, that growth.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, this is what controls her and tells her to go after Rick Perry.
A lot of people in Texas hate Wendy Davis.
Indict him.
Yeah.
Indict him.
Is that your impression of the bowl?
This is actually my Robin Williams doing
Okay.
Wendy. Yeah, I'm channeling Robin Williams right now.
Yeah.
All the characters he used to do. I thought I'd kind of incorporate some of that into our show today.
What a great tribute.
Yeah. We didn't get a newspaper delivered today.
What's up with that?
We finally upgraded to the online app, right?
Yeah.
So we're no longer getting the Dallas Morning Washington Post
USA
of
Today.
USA's Today
Yeah.
Times.
That's all right, though. It's kind of a waste of money, yeah?
Absolutely. As I said from the start.
Absolutely. Yeah.
As I said from the start, you know, whatever. Newspapers are ridic.
Yeah.
Ridic. We should say we don't have Jedi Jansen running the board for us today. We have a special guest.
Yeah.
Would he or she like to identify him or herself at least as a voice today?
Go right ahead.
It's just Mystery Woman, I guess.
Yeah.
Mystery Woman is on the show today. She's running the board with the power of women, with the
Yeah.
power of Wendy Davis's mole. She's running today's show. It's awesome.
Taking a stand for breastfeeding.
Yeah, can you hit us? What?
Isn't that what women stand for?
Can you give us like a putun or something? Are you that in control of that board that you can find drops? The stall? What? I'm just kidding. We're just trying to put you on the spot.
This show is an hour-long stall.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all we're doing here today. The Dallas Cowboys. Do you have a laugh? Because this is a good one. The Dallas Cowboys still ranked it as the number one, money-making franchise, estimated $3.2 billion.
That's a lot of money.
That's probably more appropriate than a laugh, right?
Yeah.
That's the general feeling I have. Although, do you have any controversial feelings on this? Jerry Jones still on top of the world?
Jerry's all about making money, not about winning Super Bowls, so that's not surprising that they're making tons of money.
What if I took the bold statement to say that I think this is way under what the Cowboys are worth?
Yeah.
I think Jerry Jones actually has that thing worth way more. You're telling me that the Clippers are worth to Microsoft executive,
Oh, yeah.
Steve Ballmer, $2 billion?
Did you see his Steve Ballmer's hype-up speech this morning? I
heard that he was around 2 black people.
Yeah. I don't think Ballmer has a problem with black people.
What, are we sure about this? He is the Clippers owner, isn't he?
That's true. There's a history there, right?
I heard that the Clippers owner was racist.
Yep.
We should investigate this.
That's a good idea.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Jerry Jones should actually, I'm going to call it $10 billion for what the Cowboys should be worth.
Yeah.
That's what I think. If the Clippers are worth 2, if Blake Griffin's Kia commercials,
right?
Who do they have? Chris Paul still?
I think he's still there, yeah.
Yeah, if I still have to ask, is Blake Griffin, Chris Paul there? Who else do they have?
They have that coach, right? That coach is real big time.
Oh, they've got Doc Rivers.
Doc Rivers.
Yeah, okay. If you're telling me that, although I'd much rather have even Doc Rivers coaching the Cowboys than Jason Garrett.
Yeah, but
maybe it's Jason Garrett.
It's Jerry coaching that team.
You think it's Jason Garrett and Tony Romo maybe that are sagging that, it
Bringing the
really should
value
be
down.
worth 10.
Yeah.
But Forbes had to call it 3.2 because,
their evaluation took a hit because of Romo and
damn,
yeah.
I knew we shouldn't have signed him to that big contract.
Yeah. Do you think we should have signed Manziel? Should have drafted
Money
him?
Manziel, who can't even get on the field now. Cleveland?
Do you see he flipped off all those
That's fun.
Washington fans?
That's fun.
Yeah.
Poor Johnny. And you saw the video where he was told, right?
Oh, nuh-uh.
Somebody comes up and whispers in his ear, and he just gets all disappointed, like, God damn it.
He takes off his gold chain and throws it in the trash.
Yep. He says, no more Wigger days. What?
I don't think it's what he said.
I don't think that's what he said at all. We only wish he would come to that
Have you heard his new nickname, though?
conclusion. No.
Johnny Clipboard.
Why?
Because he's holding a clipboard.
What do you mean?
Because he's Johnny Football, but now he's Johnny Clipboard.
Ah!
Yeah.
Johnny,
Why did it take you so long to get that joke, Jay?
Johnny Earpiece.
Yeah. Johnny Bench.
Ouch.
I'm stealing all my great lines from the ticket, unfortunately.
Johnny about to be traded away.
Yep. Johnny about to hang himself.
Yep. Johnny, the next Tebow.
Yep.
Mm.
Do you think he can make it work in that NFL offense?
No.
No.
I didn't think. No. Yeah, and I'm glad the Cowboys didn't draft him because it would be a nightmare.
Yeah.
I'm glad Cleveland did. I've spoken to Cleveland Brown fans. I'm in the streets.
You were tweeting with them?
No. Spoke to a
Okay.
live Cleveland Brown fan
Yeah.
who thought this was a terrible draft mistake
Yeah.
and was definitely on Brian Hoyer's side long before he was chosen as the starter. So
I think whoever is the quarterback there is destined to fail.
Yep.
So
how could that be?
no Josh Gordon this year, right?
Hey, I've got a great idea.
What's your great idea, Jer?
Let's.
Lay it on me.
This is what I want to do. This is my brilliant idea for today's show. I want us to have our Twitter picture taken for
Okay.
Twitter, and we're throwing up the X because Des Bryant retweets everybody who throws up the X's. He had a little 5-year-old kid who drew a picture of Des Bryant catching a ball,
Oh, yeah.
and he retweeted that. And then there's like 56 people retweeted his retweet.
Wow.
It's incredible the support that Des gives to people throwing up the X. So I thought with this Deep Ellum on air sign behind us, you and me with microphones, we might look official.
Yeah.
I thought, why don't we take this throwing up the X thing, totally mark out for Des. Do you have that ability on your phone?
Yeah, so let's take a picture here for all the
Oh, hell yeah.
fans.
And this is my goal. Before the end of the show tonight, I demand that Des Bryant retweets this picture.
And if he doesn't, you're done being a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Yep. And if he doesn't, they will go 0-16. Johnny Manziel will be tweeted. No. No.
No, we're holding up
Yeah.
the X's.
Yep. We're just doing it ourselves.
Yeah. Thank you.
I can tell how big of a Cowboy fan you are. All right. So here's me and Eddie.
Yeah.
Let's do it. All of our viewers, please pause. We're pandering to Des. Now, is it
This is real life
is
pandering.
it the X? Is it? I think it's the fist like
Okay.
facing. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go. Here we go. This is the most childish thing I've ever done. And on top of this, I'm gonna have my 2 kids do it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my 2 kids do it as well.
Okay.
Let
So-
me see this.
Do you want to tweet this out to Des Bryant, your hero?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm going to have my kids do it as well. We've got a Dallas Cowboy kids helmet.
Okay.
I'm going to have them decked out. Anything for Twitter pandering. I love it. I love Twitter now. I've been on for 2 weeks. I find it very fascinating. And I know Mark Cuban is trying to down Twitter with Cyberdust. But Cyberdust is the biggest waste of my time
Did you download it?
that I've ever seen. I downloaded it.
You
I
did?
said, this has to be about something. I will force myself to like it. Mark Cuban is not wrong.
He's never wrong.
And Mark Cuban is dead wrong on Cyberdust. Cyberdust is only good if you're cheating or
I
you're...
think he's an investor in Cyberdust, so that's why he's.
He is.
Yeah.
He's like an inventor or maybe
Yeah.
investor. I thought he helped create the thing because
So what's Dez's Twitter handle?
it's got to be at Des Bryant.
You would think, but you never know sometimes.
Let's see. Let me go through my feed and find the last time he retweeted somebody throwing up the X's.
Is that all he does? Is tweet about X's?
That's all he does is retweet people that are in love with Des.
Yeah.
And that's us for today. I'm so popular. I'm following so many people. Isn't that how it works?
Uh-huh.
I'm following thousands of people, so like I'm so popular.
Oh, yeah. You're following thousands of people?
No, there's only about I topped over 100. It took me like a week, but I topped over 100 following. Okay, he is at Des Bryant,
At Des Bryant, huh?
and he has the check next to his name. He's verified.
Okay.
He's a suitor.
So is this okay? Throw them X's up.
I don't know. It's kind of racist
Is
to
it?
me. That's pretty racist.
The street lingo there isn't.
Just say yes. Eddie tried to spell DEM.
So how? What's the PC way to tweet, Jer?
Tell him to spell it TRO Trodem.
No, I don't want to come off like a
trucking.
Uh-huh.
No, tell him we're live at Deep Ellum on air, throwing up the X's.
Okay.
Des for life or some shit. Pay this man. Man, by the way, if we can get into some Dallas Cowboy talk, Des does need to get paid, right? Des is probably the biggest Cowboy. Des and Jason Witten. DeMarcus Ware? You think Des is better than Jason Witten and DeMarcus Ware yet?
Sure.
I think Des is probably the greatest Cowboy we've seen since the Super Bowl days. What do you think about that? Des is a man. Des is a real leader. DeMarcus Ware wasn't a leader. Jason Witten is a fake leader. Fake motivational.
Yeah.
Uninspiring. I have no respect for Jason Witten's pregame hype. Jason Witten is a man out there, yes, but he can't bestow that upon anyone else. Des, I believe, can inspire others.
So why are you still talking about the Dallas Cowboys, Jared?
I'm fired up. I thought I was going to get into some football talk.
Uh,
What's on your heart?
Don't you know the Cowboys are the sparest team in the NFL this year?
Last I checked, brother, I saw that they were the number one money-making franchise worth $3.2 billion, my
Does
man.
that translate into Super Bowls, though?
All of a sudden, I'm on Jerry's bandwagon.
Sounds like it, yeah.
What do you think about? Did you like those 3 Super Bowls?
I did.
I hope you did. I sure hope you did.
Good morning to you.
Good morning to you.
Yeah.
What else? Can we get into some what's really bothering me?
What's bothering you today, Jer?
What's really bothering me?
Is this the new segment on Mind Control? What's bothering Jer?
Yeah, do you have some kind of angry music, or do you have like, we only play local music here nowadays on Deep Ellum on Air.
What grinds your gears, Jer?
Play me some gear grinding heavy metal.
Yeah.
And let me tell you what really pisses me off.
Let's get into it right here, right now.
Let me channel this while I wait for some.
Yeah. Go to that dark place.
I'm thinking about that 9 Inch Nails song right now. I'm picturing the video in my head, getting so angry.
Yeah.
You know what we need to bring back is our 30 seconds of hate.
Oh, yeah.
Our old segment that we did of just blasting.
Our 1984 George Orwell inspired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've been doing that bit since 1984 here on Deep Ellum on Air. We've been watching anyway. Nothing?
That's all right.
And let me tell you what I'm mad about right now.
Yeah.
I'm pissed at YouTube. Yeah, I said YouTube.
What has YouTube ever done to you, Jer?
YouTube is banning our gold and our prime of age here. This is the greatest show we've ever been able to do here, Deep Ellum on Air.
Yeah.
We can talk about the current events, as I like to call it, the news.
Uh-huh.
We do a news show here.
We're reporting on the news.
We report on
doing
things
a public service
that
here.
need clips, that need audio.
Yep.
We're not here trying to pirate anything, okay?
YouTube is hindering our
They're
freedom
hindering
of speech.
our genius. Whatever happened to freedom of the press?
That's right.
And all of a sudden, we're putting up our episodes on YouTube and everything's getting pulled down.
Yep.
It's getting banned and shunned because we're using copyrighted material.
So what? We ripped a video from MTV.com.
Yeah, they're mad because we took clips from Teen Mom. We have to talk about Teen Mom. How else are we supposed to talk about it?
if we can't play
Our
clips,
fans
right?
don't watch Teen Mom. We have to show them what happened.
Yep.
To them, give them our opinion.
And it was technically a commercial for their show, so I'm not
It
sure
is.
They air it, they pay people to air it, so what's the big deal about us airing
You know who's the biggest fan of this show?
Who is?
Farrah from Teen Mom.
Oh, yeah.
She followed me on Twitter the day I joined.
Yep.
She's the biggest fan of this show.
And yet,
And MTV...
Viacom.
Yeah. Fuck you, MTV, Viacom.
Yep. They probably don't want the truth being out there about their reality stars. That's the issue, I think.
Is it because we got too real about Adam
Oh, yeah.
and Joe
Yep.
and Corey.
Yep.
Not to mention all the things that we've said about Leah's babies.
Yeah. Her mongoloid daughter.
When Eddie profusely threw out the question who was ever going to date that little girl.
I said marry, not date. I'm sure she'll get some dates. Make a wish,
At least you're a man that stands by what you say. I admire your conviction.
Thank you.
You're not pissed about this? You're of the mindset that we can deal with it.
Yep.
We can fight this wave.
Yeah, we can get pissed off and go to YouTube headquarters and throw some Molotov cocktails, but maybe we can just try to change the system within,
So from now on, the show doesn't use any other content. I sure hope that this is not...
This is completely original.
Yeah, I sure hope... This sounds like somebody... in the... Oh, wow.
Oh, this song right here, huh?
Sounds like somebody in the corner over here is playing this live on our show. All right, you can stop this. I'm done. I'm done being mad.
The angry ukulele.
I'm about to just get mad about that song.
Yeah.
Twitter pandering. Hey, speaking of Twitter pandering, should we do this?
Sure.
This is my other idea for today's show. Did you tweet the picture?
I did.
Has Des not retweeted us yet?
Not yet. I don't have a notification.
What the hell?
Yeah. He's probably
What
busy.
are two creepy dudes in their, middle age?
Do you think he's probably too busy beating his mom to retweet this picture?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
He's probably fighting with her about... What was their original fight about? I'm sure her shopping, right? Women always be shopping.
Right.
Sometimes you got to put them in their place.
Sometimes they provoke, whatever they get. Yep.
And what happened? He took his belt off and he slapped her across the face.
I think she ripped his t-shirt off or something.
And he threw his hands up, said, "Don't shoot," and then whipped her in the face with his hat. That's what happened. He whipped her in the face with his hat.
He was a provocateur.
Yeah.
So what's trending right now?
Okay. So let's do this. We're gonna look at the top things trending on Twitter, and we're gonna ultra pander.
Yep.
By talking about them right now.
Live on Mind Control on Deep Ellum on Air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what the people want.
So
what's hot?
So right now what's hot is Taylor Swift's new video. Did you watch this?
I heard everyone's actually really into Anaconda, Nicki Minaj's new video.
I saw some Anaconda tweets on there, but I didn't know what it was about.
I see nonstop Anaconda from the entire spectrum of the community of black people, white people. Everyone seems to be in a tizzy over this Nicki Minaj video. I got to see this thing.
That Ice Cube movie with James Voight and J-Lo. That was a great movie, huh?
Yeah, all of a sudden everybody's getting into it today. I think Nicki Minaj is starring in the remake.
Nice.
Yeah.
So let's see what you have to say about this.
How's that going to work?
So I'm listening to Viney real quick talking about the Taylor Swift video.
7 seconds?
Sure.
Okay, so we're just going to Vine it then.
So...
Let's see let me get all my thoughts together on Taylor Swift.
All right. How you doing, folks? That's the real question. All right, so you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's hear those hot Taylor Swift opinions.
What's her video?
Something,
What's it called?
I have
You don't
no
know?
idea.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh.
Give me like a thumbs up here whenever you're recording and
all
all.
right.
7 seconds.
You need my dick up?
How you doing, folks?
How you doing, folks?
I hate Taylor Swift. She's worthless to me. Let's go. Ready?
Oh, it's already recording, Jared. It's just 5 seconds.
Delete that.
How you doing, folks? All right. So when the thumb goes up, that means
Okay.
you're starting recording.
I'm Taylor Swift's #1 fan. You got to check out her new video. It's trending on Twitter right now because it's probably horrible, the worst thing that I've ever seen, totally lacking any kind of creative, anything. She's a horrible actress.
All I heard is it's the video where she finally admits that she's a pop star.
You got all that, right? You got all that on the video
Only 7 seconds of
where I
it.
gave my whole opinion?
Only 7 seconds. You know how it works.
Oh, man. I'd hate for the internet to only get the positive.
That's what the internet's based on, though.
You see what I did there? I don't think you appreciate my genius.
No, I'm too busy figuring this shit out.
It's for the live viewers watching our show. They know that I don't like Taylor Swift, but if you watch the video on the hashtag, you'll think that I really like Taylor Swift. Do you get it?
You did a good thing there.
Hey, last week whenever you were throwing out that rule about no cell phones, we should probably stick with that because you're completely off the rails today.
I'm too busy tweeting and vining.
Jesus Christ. But don't worry, you're building our brand.
That's right.
You're building our brand. And our brand.
So I tweeted it, but I couldn't tweet it with the hashtag.
Who?
So that sucks.
You couldn't.
Let me try it again.
I dare you. Oh, right, because it's like, it just uploads.
Right.
That's
Like,
funny.
Who knows how to use this shit anyways?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. You could retweet it.
I
You
could.
could retweet something we just tweeted.
That's a great point.
Hey now, I've been on Twitter for 2 weeks. Look at me.
You're like a social media maven.
We're taking over the world now. Is there anything else worth vining?
Why wouldn't it let me retweet my own tweets? That's a question there.
Do you want to do 7 seconds on Robin Williams getting beheaded?
I don't think he was beheaded, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry, I mixed up my stories. We should do 7-second Eddie opinion on the guy getting beheaded.
I hate this thing. Why is it refusing so hard?
Mm.
Give me just 1 second, okay?
Yeah. All right. Well, while Eddie's doing that, I want to throw out a challenge actually right now, just because it happened last week. Rodney Blue called in from Local Over Everything. I'd like to throw down the challenge right now for him to call in.
The ALS challenge?
If he has the balls to call in right now with the ice bucket on his head.
So let's talk about Taylor Swift again real quick.
Okay.
Go.
Ready?
Yep.
Wait.
Oh, damn it.
I dare him to call in because I'm about to go off on Ferguson. And if you know Rodney Blue out there, tweet him, text him.
We can okay, so Taylor
Dare him to call in
when my
right
thumb
now.
goes up, you're recording
Okay.
Taylor Swift. All right.
Hey, Taylor Swift got a new video out. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen. She's so hot. She's smoking. It's great. Check it out. It's on whatever right now online.
All right.
Because seriously, once you see it, you're going to hate it. It's terrible. She's honestly not even got that good of a voice. Is she country or is she pop? I don't even know anymore. Is she an actress?
So that's what I heard. I heard this new video like solidifies her place in pop.
Ooh, see? These are the type of things that I bring. You got all of that, right? My whole full spectrum opinion?
Uh-huh.
You didn't just hear the positive, did you?
So I forgot what the hashtag is. I'm about to go back and try to find the hashtag.
God.
I'm sorry. Don't get angry with me, Jer.
Look at this. I'm going to tweet. I'm going to tweet for Rodney Blue.
Taylor Swift new video. I should have known that was the hashtag.
You're looking at live. Rodney, R-O-D-N-E. There he goes. Inner City Blue. Because I'm about to get in some Ferguson. Oh, he might be working, huh?
I think that's what he said.
I told him, call in now if you're not too scared. Or working. Oh my God, just... Now I see where Eddie's getting upset. Too scared, ... Or working. Okay. Sending tweet. Here's what I want to get into. I want to get into this Ferguson situation.
Yeah.
Because everybody's dying to listen to this. I know nobody cares. I
We
just
talked about Ferguson last week.
We did. And it's still a news story. And since then, Al Sharpton has had this whole thing. What really got me riled up was Al Sharpton. He came out. I don't know if you want to call it like a... What was that? They had a
press conference?
hall type, yeah.
Yeah.
Press conference, but it was more of a thing. It was in a church, and it was multiple speakers. They got Martin Luther King's son out there. Big and fat now. Real light skin.
Yeah.
Barely looks like his dad.
Do you think MLK Jr. would be ashamed?
He would be.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. I think he probably would have hoped his sons would have eaten a little bit healthier in America.
Maybe chopped at Whole Foods every once in a while.
His America wouldn't have been so obese, I don't think.
No.
But he was taken from us way too soon.
MLK had a little bit of heft to him.
He did, but he wasn't as big as his son.
Okay.
Nope. Anyway, my problem is, how many problems can I name here? Al Sharpton is a joke. We all know that.
Yeah.
He came out there and demanded that we all support the family of this kid.
Okay. Lost their son, right?
So he says, everyone who's a preacher in this crowd, stand up. And they all stand up, and he says, I want $100 from every one of you.
What?
And he demands that they walk up and give $100.
And if they don't, then they don't support the family?
Of course.
Yeah.
And then if you can't do 100, 50, all the 50s come up here and
If you can't do 50, dump
give
a
your money.
dump a ice bucket on your
come
head.
down here. I want you to come down here. Whatever. He says something about an old so and so told them, you make them walk down, they're gonna give more money.
And he would show him the path to Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That is the path to Jesus. More and more money.
yeah.
It's a joke. Anyway, my problem is with this guy. I don't necessarily have a problem with the riots. I understand the anger. I think I think some people sometimes it's okay to do that, but at the same time it's also dumb because that's what they want you to do, so they can clamp down on you, and then they can buy
Well,
more riot gear.
yesterday it came out that a lot of it was provocateurs. They were singling out the provocateurs, the instigators.
Who came out? Who said that?
The police chief or whatever, the Ron Johnson, whatever that guy's name
It is Ron Johnson. It's
Yeah.
very funny. That's also the name of the Belcher guy, the guy who has the burping problem.
Oh yeah,
He's Ron Johnson.
that throwback to episode 3 or
Uh-huh.
4. Yeah. Yeah, he came out and said that there's a lot of provocateurs that were getting arrested. Somebody, 2 people got shot the day before, and weren't shot by police, just shot by people in the crowd,
Right.
And people in the crowds were throwing rocks and these Molotov cocktails and all types of things at the cops.
So, yeah. So what do you mean they are exposed as provocateurs? Anybody who's throwing
Sure.
shit like that is going to be called a provocateur. Just like anybody
Yeah.
who goes out in public wanting to scream about stuff, they're going to be called a terrorist. I mean,
Yeah.
some things you can't do.
Screaming about stuff?
Well, yeah. I mean, you know what I mean. I didn't want to say going around shooting people up, but
Okay. Well, yeah, the people out there protesting are screaming about stuff. Would you consider them
you see here in
protesters?
South Dallas, we have people armed.
Oh, the open carry people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're out protesting.
The African American version?
Yeah.
The Black Panther?
Yes.
Yeah.
But listen.
Do you support that?
Sure.
But you don't support the white people in their open carry?
Maybe I was lying when I said I support that. I just said
Okay.
that because they're armed,
Okay.
and we're pretty close to them right now, and I'd rather not get on their bad
right,
side.
right.
I just think they're looking for trouble.
I heard somebody bring up the point, where's Rand Paul and all these people standing up for the individual rights against the police state? Whenever Bundy was going through his bullshit, there's a lot of, militia standing up with Bundy. But, during this, state crackdown, something going over there, Jer? Going on over there? Is there like a ghost over there?
That's not me.
No, but I don't know where your back's turned to me.
Oh, I'm just adjusting my position.
Okay. So I'm adjusting my position too. So how's your day going, Jer?
Nah, I think I'm gonna take the bold statement here of
Yeah.
saying what's his name, Michael Brown. He was a troublemaker. And
Okay.
I think that video that was released is relevant. And I think
Oh,
the
of
only
him robbing the
only people
the
upset
convenience store.
the only people upset that video got released. I don't know why you would be upset by that video being released, other than you're trying to make a deity out of the guy.
I think it has the effect of devaluing another
Right.
black man's life.
Right.
Yeah.
But we're saying this is what directly related to his being shot and killed. He did the exact same thing to a cop. He got physical. He tried to take the cop's gun, and it ended with one of them being killed.
See, the way I understand it though is the issue here is the devaluing of young black lives, young black male lives, and
But that's not true, because then you can get into the whole argument about, Chicago, and everyone is so quick to point out all the black kids that have died all over the country, for no reason
yeah.
whatsoever. And they don't get up in arms about that. I'm just saying this guy is not somebody to honor. If you want to get up in arms and be angry, that's great, but don't hands up, don't shoot, because the guy wasn't hands up, don't shoot. The guy was, throw you in your car, try to steal your gun from you.
So he deserved to.
He did. He may not have.
Without knowing the facts. And
I'm
what
saying.
happened, yeah.
I'm saying he didn't deserve it. I'm saying he was asking for it,
Okay.
and he got it.
So robbing a store of some Swisher Sweets, means he should get shot in the head.
No, throwing a police car back. A police
How do you
officer
know that's what happened?
back into his car? Because that's what they say happened.
What I've heard is the guy had his hands up, and the guy just unloaded 6 bullets in his head.
No.
That's what I've heard.
No. Then what? Then why are the people who are going around actually causing problems not getting shot by the police? The police aren't just out looking for people to shoot innocently.
Probably because there's tons of cameras on him.
They're looking to get. They're. Trust me, that cop wasn't looking for trouble. Michael Brown was looking for trouble.
Okay, if that's the, I understand that's the
And he found it. And have you seen the other Twitter thing where now they're showing people, hashtag, if they gunned me down. Have you
Yeah.
seen that? What picture would they use? A side by
Right.
side, like one, upstanding citizen graduating, and then the next one, they're partying with their friends, got a bottle in their hand or something, and it's like, if they gunned me down, which picture would the media use to portray me? Like, well, if you got gunned down by fighting a police officer, we're probably going to remember you as the guy who robbed from a convenience store.
But you don't see that as having a direct effect on the devaluing of young.
I do, but
Yeah.
it's the devaluing of somebody who needs to be devalued. He doesn't need to be held up in high regard. He's not a champion. He's not a free rights or free speech advocate that or something. He's not a Trayvon. I'm sorry, Trayvon. You have every right to say that kid should be here today. He wasn't looking for trouble.
Yeah.
He was not a troublemaker. He wasn't even confronted by a police officer. That's
Yeah.
it's night and day to me. Let's and I think, and I'm sure people did. They got up in arms. They protested for Trayvon, and just like that died out, this will die out. And that's all the police are here to do. It's not some militarization of the police force. I'm sorry, but
You've
yeah,
seen videos of them pointing guns at reporters, saying "I'm gonna fucking kill you" and this type of stuff.
of the two groups out there, who's the one looking for trouble?
You can say going out there and protest. So were we looking for trouble when we went out there and protested against the Fed? Were we looking for trouble?
Yes.
Okay.
And had police tried to get crazy with us, if we were to have gotten in any mess, it would have been because we were looking for trouble.
Yeah.
Don't get mad when you're out looking for trouble and you find it. And let's just call it somebody getting what they asked for. I'm sorry. Trayvon didn't get what he asked for. Michael Brown got what he asked for.
Well, you can say Trayvon, attacked George Zimmerman,
Yeah, a private citizen who should have left him alone. He had every right to fight George Zimmerman.
Yeah.
George Zimmerman had no business getting involved with him. The police officer has all the business in the world. And the minute he says to do anything, you listen. They say he was walking in the middle of the street. Don't tell me you haven't seen that attitude before.
What attitude?
Walking down the middle of the street, won't get out of your way, not
Yeah.
concerned about how slow they are making you go,
Yeah.
how they're fucking up your day, because it's all about them.
You can't fuck up my day.
Man, wow.
Nobody
Wow,
can
that's
fuck-
why you didn't even know what I'm talking about, right? You drive around in total zen,
I tried to.
total zen mindset.
Yeah. No, like I think a lot of anger about that video came out because, the police department was obviously trying to devalue this guy's life by showing that video of him strong arming that clerk or whatever.
No, they're mad because it doesn't show him like a, innocent angel that's about to go to college that they're trying. That's what they tried to portray him as, an innocent, unarmed guy, good kid, just graduated, about to go to, college. The guy was a loser. He was going to grow up and be a loser, and I'm putting myself in that camp too, okay? I'm as loser as he is. He was going to grow up and be one of the sheep, okay? He wasn't going to be anything special.
Yeah.
He's not special.
So
he wasn't a
should've-
good
So
guy.
he should have been gunned down then.
If he attacked a police officer and fought over the officer with a gun to the point where it was discharged in the police car,
Right.
then yes, he should have been finished.
But you've heard eyewitness accounts saying that his hands were up and he said don't shoot, and
But it had already started. I mean, you can't take a shot at a cop and then go, okay. Now
So-
I'm going to play by the
so,
rules.
So you think he shot the cop and then he put his hands up? You don't think there was a struggle and then maybe I've heard the cop pulled him into the car and then there was a struggle, and then he got him backed up, and said don't shoot,
No way.
I mean, I honestly don't know. And I don't think you know what happened there, So I think it's really hard to come down with a definitive opinion on the situation,
So hard that I just did it.
Yeah.
That's how difficult of jungle gym mentality. I worked it all through, and I
Uh-huh.
came down with a solid opinion.
Or you just totally ignore, other perspectives and
Sometimes they need to be ignored.
yeah.
There's a lot of people out there that tell you 2 + 3 = 6, and they just need to be ignored. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like my math to make sense.
Yeah. Well, maybe to you it makes sense, and to somebody else it makes sense.
So when you hashtag
we're a world full of diverse opinions, right?
when you hashtag if they gunned me down,
Yeah.
like, I'm sorry, but if you're being gunned down,
Yeah.
why would you think that, you're why like They say it like it's just so common. Like, you never know when the day's going to be that you're going to be gunned down by the police for no reason whatsoever. Like,
So there was this guy in Dallas a few months ago that was in his house in his garage, and he heard some police sirens, and he flashed his light to see what was going on, and the police unloaded on him and killed him. Yeah. So if that guy was gunned down, which picture do you think they would use?
I know which one they used. They used his
family photos, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How about these guys to catch a predator? Let me
Yeah.
see their family photos. Hashtag if they caught me predatoring. Which picture would they use? I mean, everybody's got two faces. We all know that. Just some of our faces don't usually ever lead us into encounters where the police need to gun us down.
Yeah.
I ain't looking for trouble. That's all I'm saying. Uh-oh. Shit's about to go down.
I am. Yeah. So it's just funny, whenever this stuff happens. Did you hear that Michael Brown bull rushed the police officer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the story you believe, right?
No.
Okay.
No. I do, but I definitely do think it helps the story that he's wasn't shot from behind ever. Like,
Yeah.
he wasn't trying to get away from the officer. That's for sure.
The stories I've heard is his hands were up and he was backing up, and.
And why did he? Oh, please, please. Because whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's definitely not worth all of this trouble. People are just obviously have pent up aggression.
Oh yeah, and I think the pent up aggression comes from the devaluing of young African Americans.
And that I like. Okay, that's what I'm saying. If you want to get crazy about it and destroy property and whatever,
Yeah.
and then get the community together, and now they're cleaning up the streets and undoing all the damage they did to show how united and positive and peaceful they are.
Right.
I'm fine with all that, but just don't make this guy a martyr.
Seriously though, where was Rand Paul in this whole thing? Right? Isn't Rand Paul a big guy for
Yeah.
citizens' rights, for the individual rights?
So you're telling me he doesn't consider young black men citizens?
I guess not.
I think that's the underlying. But it's true. I mean,
He
nobody.
supported Bundy in his stance against the police state. Why can't he support these people in their stance against the police state?
Obama came out with a statement on that.
He did.
He finally.
He said, if I had a son, he would have.
I was gonna say, please tell me he left that sentence out of this one.
No, I think he said, something somewhat poetic. I did agree with what he said. Unfortunately, I bought into it. Something like, let's let peace, win out against hate, or something like that. Something.
It's obnoxious.
Biblical.
It's obnoxious for me to see all the white people out there
Yeah.
who are so proud of themselves for being journalists and covering this.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what annoys me the most. It's like,
Well, if nobody's showing it, then it can just keep on happening.
but it's not going to keep on happening. It was an isolated incident. It wasn't going to keep happening. It isn't going
It
to keep
happens
happening.
every day.
Oh, please.
It does
Oh, please.
in this country.
Man, it's just funny. Like it's Vice. They think they're
yeah.
they're going out into the jungle. Like, oh man, we're out here with
Hipster news.
Yeah, that's all you see out there. Hipster news.
Yeah.
Shaggy hair.
Glasses.
They
Yeah.
got the glasses. They got their beard, and they're out there running around in their button-up checkered shirts.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff to me is provocateur type stuff also,
And they're not involved, man. And they got their one black guy that they know that's taking them around.
Yeah.
Because they gotta, they have to be accepted. It's ridiculous. Where were they?
Yeah,
where were they the week before? How much did they care?
Vice is the ultimate dumbing down of news. Even though it tries to pretend to be high value, high-minded news, it's the lowest common denominator of Vice News. Worse than Fox News, worse than CNN. Worse
You think
than,
so?
Oh, 100%.
You know what I think we need to start doing? Nobody does the news show. Nobody really does like the actual news, like a situation like this. You don't man on the street type stuff. Like anything you see is gonna be filtered and censored.
Yeah.
Like I would like to see news where they go out to the real people on the streets and let them drop the F-bombs and say what they want about white people and throw out some real hot sports opinions. Like I think it would be fun to do a news show that's uncensored.
I'm sorry, so real quick, you brought up white people. So do you think this is an issue between black and white, or is it between black and police?
I mean,
I think it's a black and police thing.
It's all getting pretty jarbled up in there, but
because white people don't represent police in general.
But they're clearly talking about white police officers.
Sure.
And the white media devaluing the white police, commissioner devaluing black human life.
Yeah, Ron Johnson, is leading this whole thing now. He's a black guy, and a lot of people seem to stand behind him a lot more than they stood behind, these other Ferguson cops.
Yeah. Really interesting way off the topic. I saw a little bit of a Nixon documentary thing.
Oh, yeah?
Apparently some secret tapes were released in 2013 of Nixon where his phone conversations, really private, personal stuff.
His phone sex?
And they got out. And just one of the interesting clips, he was talking about, like probably Latino people and how, well, at least they have, loyalty to family or something like that, and they have blah, blah. He was like, not like the Negroes. They live like dogs. Like, you had a president.
Oh, yeah.
And I won't even say you had, like, I'm not in, I guess that's what I'm saying. Let's not pretend like he was the only one who ever felt like that. And, yeah, I mean, if you make over $150,000, $200,000, $250,000 a year as a white person, you probably have zero respect for anybody of any color.
Yeah.
That doesn't make that much money. And the ones that do make that much money, you only respect them because you have to.
You don't think that's an older mentality that's dying out?
Oh, of course, but those are the ones with the money.
Yeah. Well, they'll die
slowly
eventually.
but surely. They're dying out. Yeah, there's a generation of us.
Like Elon Musk. Do you think Elon Musk hates black people? Like Nixon said he did?
No, yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
But people like him don't become president because they have too checkered of a past because they're too human.
Right.
They're not liars and connivers and
cover up
schemer.
everything.
Yeah. Frank Underwood.
Exactly, yeah.
Throwing things in front of the train to suit themselves.
Yeah.
You got to be that kind of person to be the president.
Yeah. Would you do that to become president? Would you throw a...
Clearly not.
No.
I'm hardly willing to even muster up the strength to come in and do this show ever.
Uh-oh.
So you know how that goes.
Yeah.
Have we been retweeted by Des yet?
Let's check and see, maybe.
I mean, seriously, dude, that's pretty sad if we're the only picture that he's ever rejected. You got a hashtag like throwing up the X's or something like that?
I did, but you said that was racist, so I had to delete it.
No, but it's the actual hashtag.
Oh, okay.
You got to search that. Come on, Eddie, you dropped the ball.
Well, what else is new on?
Yeah. So Rodney didn't have the balls to come in.
Nope.
God, man, you have any opinion on the guy beheaded? This American journalist?
I think it's like one of the saddest stories in a while. I mean, I don't know. I think it's terrible. This guy was out there, showing the nasty underbelly of what was going on over there. And
he was in Iraq? And this is ISIS that cut his head off?
Yeah, I think he was kidnapped in Syria a couple of years ago, and they've been holding on to him, waiting to play this chess move until just recently, I guess yesterday. It came out just before the show started that Obama had a rescue mission to try to capture, get this guy out of there, but it failed, so...
Oh, he should have offered 5 more terrorists from Guantanamo. Would have got him right out.
Yeah, that's true. Like, this is in response to those airstrikes. They're saying, you keep on blowing us up, we'll keep on beheading your Americans.
No offense, we're gonna keep blowing you up.
Yeah, there was more airstrikes today. Yeah,
yeah.
And they have other reporters in captured. So there's another guy's about to get his head cut off.
This is what I was talking about last week. They're children in a daycare that just need to be spanked. I mean, like we sit here and we're yelling at them. I'm gonna count to 3.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, we need the minute that we want to end things over there. I mean, you saw Shock and Awe. We gave it to them for 5 minutes and they were done.
But
we were in there and we took down that fucking statue. We dug Saddam out of a hole.
But the place has been complete shit ever since we went in there.
But that was on purpose. I'm just saying, the minute we want to actually go in there and stop what they're doing, we will stop it. The whole goal of going into Iraq was destabilization. The whole goal of going to Libya is destabilization. We're letting Syria continue to destabilize because they're just going to do it for us. We don't have to destabilize that. But that's the goal. We don't want any of them to be, Israel over there. Israel is the only American knockoff that's ever going to be allowed to exist.
Yeah.
There's no one else that we're ever going to allow come up the ladder and become a top nation in the world.
Yeah.
Not going to happen. Especially in the Middle East. Us going over there pretending to spread democracy. The whole goal was to fuck shit up, to put people like ISIS in charge, because Saddam had everything too under control.
So then,
we went in Desert Storm, we fucked shit up, and he handled all of that was left over, and we said, damn, now we really got to go fuck shit up. We got to end him so that there's nobody over there to stop what's happening.
So on one hand, you're saying we can end this whenever we want.
Yes.
And on the other hand, you're saying, on one hand, you're saying it's their fault for being mindless zombies, and on the other hand, you're saying we can stop it whenever we want.
Yep.
Even also while saying that we want to purposely make it. I just don't follow.
We're
you.
allowing them to
Uh-huh.
send a message with this guy beheaded. We're allowing them
Sure.
to take. We're allowing ISIS to take over cities. We're allowing all this to happen. The minute we don't want it to happen,
It's not that we're allowing it; it's that we're doing it.
well, yeah. Well, yeah. That's what I'm saying. The
Yeah.
goal is destabilization. And the minute we wanted to actually stabilize something or put in, I mean, look at that green zone in Iraq.
Yeah.
They had that pretty well situated because that's what they wanted to be
I mean, all I have to do is look at Japan.
under control and situated.
Japan is 100% America light. All we did, is drop an A-bomb over there, and then we said, okay, be like us, be a Western democracy. And so they said, okay. And so we could obviously do that over in Iraq or
Right.
Syria if we wanted to, but that's not the goal. The goal is to destabilize and rape the country, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And leave them defend for themselves and
Yeah.
start back at the bottom.
it's pretty
We-
sad, huh?
We let those children build up their Legos, and then we threw them all around the room, and we laugh, and we tell you to start it back over. It doesn't matter, which kids take up. They know, like Lord of the Flies, it's going to be the crazy kid, that takes over. And
But it's pretty sad, though, right? For those kids growing up in that.
it's very sad.
Yeah.
It's very, very, very sad. It's a horrible thing.
And your tax dollars go to support it.
Yes,
As an American, you support the action over there, what we're doing.
man. In a way, you kind of have to. I hate to say that.
Yeah. Well, unless you get involved in the process and elect people in that are not going to do stuff like that. But I guess you don't believe in that, so.
Sometimes things like that need to be done, though.
Oh, sure they do, yeah. Yeah. Sometimes innocent people just need to die, right?
I mean, we kill a lot of cows and chickens to get food on your plate.
You mean mindless animals?
Hmm.
Comparing them
I'm
to
saying
the
we
people
all
in
are.
Iraq and
I'm
Syria.
not saying them. I'm saying all of us. We're all useless cattle.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
So maybe one day we'll just need to die, right?
There's no right or wrong answer out there.
Maybe one day.
As long as America's on top and we put on at least a good enough face.
Well,
I mean,
I think by losing billions of dollars in these, stupid wars is going to kind of seal our fate as not being on top.
oh please, that's all imaginary. Losing billions of dollars, they'll wipe that away before they let America crumble.
Oh, they want America to crumble.
Yeah,
It's part of the MO. They're destabilizing this country just like they're destabilizing Iraq and Syria.
yes,
Yeah.
because the corporations must rule.
So you don't believe that though?
No, I do.
Okay.
I do.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But that's my thing. Like,
And-
just like
and
I gave
it-
in and bought the Google phone.
Right. All right.
I'm banking on the fact that
And Ferguson is part of this destabilization. It's
yes,
all part of it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
That's why I say don't get angry and cause riot police to come out, because what you're doing is you're helping them
police
budget
stay
in next year. They're going to buy more riot gear, and you're not going to win. That's what I'm saying. Like the Iraqi,
You win by voting, and that's
like ISIS over there. I'm sorry, you're not. You can cause all the trouble you want in Ferguson. You can burn down as many quick trips as you can. They're going to put a stop to it. They're not going to let it get out of control. They're
Unless-
not. They're not looking to kill innocent people. They're not looking to be jerks.
unless they want to get out of control, like you're saying, so they can get more riot gear, to get more tanks, and get more.
It's fun for them.
Yeah. Dressing up like
Yeah, we got to play.
G.I.
You
Joe.
play that character. I'm going to play this character, and we're going to go
Yeah.
at each other and pretend like this is real.
and
Pretend like
people
our-
just automatically default into that mindset. There's no thinking about it. There's no
That's why you don't see us out there on the front lines of anything. It ain't worth it.
no.
I can't imagine one front line that it's got to be worth being on. There's nothing worse. The safest place to be is at a table, debating topics like that.
Yep.
Your opinion is going to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Outside of that, anything you do is
Can
just
and
as
will be
much.
used against you.
It's just as much mental masturbation as what we're doing.
Oh yeah.
We're just as useful here as we would be in Ferguson,
Yep.
traipsing around.
Although people like Rand Paul would be a lot more useful down there, but if Rand Paul really
cares about Rand Paul?
if
Why are you
Rand
so
Paul-
caught up on Rand Paul?
if Rand Paul really wanted to win this presidency, he'd be down at Ferguson right now.
He doesn't want to win presidency.
He doesn't.
He ain't gonna. Rand Paul.
Uh-huh.
He ain't gonna be no president.
Okay, well, if Chris Christie wanted to become president, he'd be down there in Ferguson right now.
They're saying it's gonna be very difficult for these candidates. There's a lot of tightrope walking they're gonna have to do. There's a lot of. The world ain't so pretty these days.
What do you mean tightrope walking?
You know, like, what are you gonna do? You're running for president. They go, what do you think about Ferguson situation? You're like, oh, jeez. They got they gotta really get their PR people together
Yeah.
and figure out what is my completely
You heard
neutral stance on all of this.
This Democratic mayor is getting a lot of heat. Also named Nixon in Missouri. He's everyone's calling for that county prosecutor to be taken off the case
Right.
his dad died or whatever, and like the governor is refusing to really say yes or no. He should be taken off. He doesn't want to get involved in it. He said there needs to be vigorous prosecution against this police officer, not vigorous investigation. Like he's already finding him guilty.
Who is?
This governor, this Nixon or whatever, this governor in Missouri.
Oh,
Yeah.
he thinks that the officer is already guilty.
Yeah, he said there needs to be vigorous.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Is that pretty controversial?
He's trying to say whatever the voters want to hear.
Yeah.
He's a normal politician.
That's fun. That's what I'm saying. People are gonna really have to find an opinion and stick with it. You don't want to flip flop on something this big.
No.
What else is big? And a guy getting beheaded, or we're not getting involved in Iraq. All these are things that are gonna really drive all the new 2016 candidates crazy.
Yeah.
I can't believe that we're not already started in this. Usually this thing goes on for 2 years beforehand.
Yeah.
I feel like in 2008 we had 7 years of Republicans trying to get it together. Mitt Romney and Santorum and what was her name?
Oh yeah.
Bachman.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I love those days. I can't wait for Republican primaries and things like that.
Well, there'll be Democratic primaries too. There'll be two of them primaries
Oh,
this
how
time.
fun!
Yep.
Who do you think could possibly be our next president?
If I were to give you the
Donald Trump.
generic
Oh,
Jeremiah response, I don't know. I don't care.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying that it would matter. I'm just saying, who do you think will it be? Isn't that crazy?
It doesn't matter.
Crazy to have. Is that the new thing now? Everyone's got to go 8 years. You had 8 years of Clinton, 8 years of Bush, 8 years of Obama.
Yeah.
We didn't even know what it would be like to have a president for 4 years.
Well, Bush's daddy, he had 4 years and he was a laughing stock. People thought he was terrible, I guess. So it's possible, but you have to be a really bad fuck up to only do 4 years.
I really thought I thought Bush did it in 2004, but
no. Well,
John Kerry is the least charismatic man in the history of the planet.
And they made sure that Kerry did
Yes.
that. And same thing with Gore. And
that's my problem. That's why why would you vote? They're only going to put out their choices for you.
And if someone has any steam, they'll swift vote him out of
You
there.
can't possibly think that anyone out there is worth voting for.
So who do I think is going to win it? I think let's say Chris Christie. I think he's going to win it.
Will he die of a heart attack before he can finish his first term?
We can only hope, right?
You're a terrible human being.
Obama. He cut his vacation short to deal with all these crises.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard he went back out on vacation today. He went back out to Martha's Vineyard.
Of course.
Yeah, had to get some more of that R&R in.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
He's a busy man.
Yep.
He needs his rest.
Yep.
He needs his rest because he's going to do this job forever and ever. So
I saw somebody posting on Godlike Productions saying that those aren't tanks that are being used in Ferguson. Those are
Right.
But
yeah, I've seen that, and they're not.
Did you see that John Oliver video I sent you though?
Mm-mm.
So there's some kids recording one of these, these new, high grade vehicles. That's Hummers that are souped up, whatever. That thing is like 10 feet tall, and it's like 100 feet long. It's just like it's bigger than a tank. It's worse than a tank if you ask me. These armored vehicles with snipers on top of them, and sure it's not a tank. It's probably worse than a tank if you ask me, but.
Yeah, I guess that's funny.
Yeah, you saw that clip on that John Oliver video I sent you. Like, there's some kids, recording, like, oh man, that thing's huge or whatever. It's just pretty funny. Why did you refuse that John Oliver video?
I have because I've been on vacation.
Oh,
I've got a million emails in my inbox.
It was he had a pretty good take on it. I felt like.
I thought you banned us from.
I think I tweeted. I tweeted the video out.
You banned us
John
weeks
Oliver.
ago from even mentioning his name. All of a sudden, you're his number one fan.
Yeah, he had a actually insightful commentary on the whole issue. So yeah,
John Oliver. I told you then. I'll stand by it. He's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah, he is a little bit
HBO.
of that. He is a little bit of that hipster news though. That's okay.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's definitely Daily Show Colbert regurgitated.
mixed with Vice and Young Turks and whatever else you want to throw in there.
Yeah. What? That's what I say. Like, what is the answer? Like, what is? Like, is that the future of our
Of news?
Yeah, like our news has to be funny. Like it doesn't have to be funny. I'm saying let's just get real. Let's get real with it.
Yeah, but people think that being funny is, being real, like
Now we need to start. We need to start. We need to start the real news.
with puppy videos and cat videos.
No, I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm saying whenever when something like Ferguson happens, we get the real.
Yeah.
We get N words dropped. We get.
Alex Jones is out there. He has reporters out there.
Oh God.
And they're live streaming the protests.
How's
and
that going?
Alex Jones yesterday said, I'm going to just pull all my reporters out of there. It's not worth one of them getting killed. So that's his.
So he's all out there. At least you're saying. Is this why you're calling out Rand Paul? Is he calling out Rand Paul?
Of course not. He's not going to say that the
No.
libertarians are playing any kind of role in this thing.
Hmm.
But yeah, he's against the police state, obviously, which is good, and of course he's thinking that the kid was a thug or whatever. He agrees with you, I guess, and what led to the incident.
Who does?
Alex Jones.
All right. See.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Do you think it's not PC to say he was a thug? This kid was a thug. Thug was kind of the word now that people don't
Sorry.
like.
And I'm
Yeah.
sorry, that video that I saw released shows me
You look like a thug. Huh?
I've never done anything like that in my life. I'm sorry. You can call me a big an asshole as you want.
You
I've never
pulled anyone and pushed them out and said,
I've never had the balls to walk into a convenience store, take what I want, and then,
strong arm the guy out of your way.
Now, to be fair, I'm also not as big as he was. If I was that big, I
Yeah.
probably would treat people like that.
Yeah,
If I was a U-sized kind of man, I would probably take what I wanted a lot more often,
yeah.
whether it be in convenience stores or,
But
women walking by.
For me, you just, you have to think things through, And obviously this guy, Mike Brown, wasn't thinking things through, unfortunately. And, that can be a result of, the devaluing of young African-American lives. But, yeah. Is it already time for the show to be over?
Oh!
Wow. That's it, huh?
That's the end of today's show. Thank you for joining us.
You can follow us at twitter.com/mindcontrolshow.
Yes, I'm also at MindControlJPG. Eddie tweets from
Mind Control Show.
from at MindControlShow.
Yeah.
We're out there. We're tweeting. We're interacting with our viewership.
Did you get my tweet about Teen Mom coming back?
I saw Teen
it's a
Mom.
miracle. God does exist.
I love it.
No fair though.
We love all of you.
Yes.
Believe it or not, we'll see you next week.
On air, serving the DFW Metroplex. Only the best in underground and local music.
Cause me and music are one, music is like my best friend.
Deep Ellum on air.